If you want to stay up to date with all current hip hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to become part of this community. So Logic just announced something very special. I've talked about his comeback in my last video on him where I talked about this new single that we had called Intro. I predicted that we were going to get a new album, especially with that kind of, Michael Jordan press statement that he also made where he said, "I'm back." We also got a live music video from him so far, so it seems like something is coming. He's coming back, but yesterday he actually announced something very special, and we're going to talk about this right now. So Bobby took to Twitter to say, "It's taken us years, but we finally cleared songs from over 10 years ago for the fans to enjoy. Many of you for the first time. The YS Collection is compiled of songs from the Young Sinatra mixtape series, available everywhere Friday." And we also got the cover art for it, which looks very clean, very sleek, nothing too special. But this is big because this is something that fans have been wanting for years now. Ever since Logic, signed to Def Jam, released commercial projects, fans have been wanting his old mixtapes from Young Broken Infamous all throughout Young Sinatra Undeniable, Welcome to Forever on streaming because so far, because there were so many samples on there, so many different beats that he just couldn't get cleared, those weren't available on streaming and just on DatPiff or, Mixtape Monkey or wherever you get your mixtapes. So this is very special. This is something that the fans have been wanting for a very long time, and I'm really happy that Bobby is giving back to the fans like this. He also posted a video to YouTube talking about the process of making this. He said that it's taken him, a good portion of the last year to get all of these tracks cleared. There are some that he just really can't get clear because they're so interwoven with different samples and just different stuff that couldn't get cleared, but they really did their best. Logic said he's very proud of what they've accomplished with this, and the title is YS Collection Volume 1, so I'm guessing we're gonna get different volumes with different tracks on there. Maybe this will just be, I can't imagine they'll have all the mixtapes or almost all the mixtapes in this one collection. I'm guessing this will be like 30 songs, and then we'll get another 30 songs with the next one, and then another 30 songs with the next one. So I think that's the way that he'll roll this one out. Personally, to me, this is also a relief because I used to always import the downloaded mixtapes into Spotify so that I could, have them as like external files on my phone. And it was always just a hassle to create playlists and import them from local files and do all this extra stuff when now you can just have them as streaming. And I've seen a lot of fans already in the comments say that they do the same thing. And I think for all of those people, this will definitely be a release. And maybe for some newer fans that never went back and listened to his old stuff, because undoubtedly his old stuff is probably, when he was the hungriest, when he was the best. Maybe they can rediscover some of that and just, get great music in return. And I love that he's doing this. This is like one of those things that I think Logic is after retiring. I mean, now he's come back, but like when he retired a year ago, that was like a big project that he had in his mind, like give the people everything that he's done on like streaming so that everyone has access to it. I think that's something that was very important to him, and I'm glad he's finally doing it. Now, in what way these two new tracks that we got, that intro track and also that, live music video, which by the way was dope. I like that Logic does stuff like that. He's done that before, the whole No Pressure release too. So I like that he's doing this very core rap hip hop stuff, which, is just showing love to the culture that he was influenced by and that he helped to shape further. So I'm not quite sure how those two tracks will fit in, because I don't think that intro track was meant to be on this YS collection. Logic did mention in that YouTube video he made to announce this new collection, this new compilation, that he did throw like a new song on there that he just felt he had to give to the people as kind of like an extra bonus for people that go back and stream his old stuff. He'll have like a new song from the recent years, but I don't think that's that intro track. That intro track for me still is very clear in my mind. I know some of you guys said, oh, this intro track is for the YS Collection, but to me it's not. It just wouldn't make sense for him to say he has one other new track on there and then already release it as a single. I think this intro track is really for another album. I think also all the stuff that he's done on his YouTube, the whole Magic stuff, his collaboration album or mixtape with Madlib, I think that's still gonna come out. I think we are gonna get a new album, especially since he announced that he's back. If this new intro track that was announced with this "I'm back" statement was for the YS Collection, that really wouldn't be a true comeback, because he's just giving us old material. So by him saying that he's back, that implies that there is new stuff coming and not just old stuff just on streaming. That wouldn't count as a comeback. He could have done that out of retirement because he's not actively putting out new music. So that's kind of my theory on this, and I hope that this is true, because in my head I've already come to terms with the idea that Logic is in fact back. He's gonna drop some new music, gonna drop some new albums, gonna drop that Magic album with Madlib, and that's just kind of where I'm at right now. And it would just seem weird to me if he announced that he's back and then just dropped this compilation album. But as I said, this is very exciting. This is something that the fans have been wanting for a very long time. I think that a lot of people are gonna go back to his old stuff, rediscover it, for all the people that weren't like back around in those days. And I hope that some people can really appreciate this. And I don't think this will do very well commercially, of course, because the core fans have already heard it. Maybe, as I said, some new fans will go back to it. This is just strictly for the fans, and I love that he's doing this. Logic really is in this position right now where he can do just whatever he wants. We all know he's still signed to Def Jam for one more album. This might be this new album that the intro track was for, but other than that, he's really in complete freedom of whatever he's doing. He's dropping a memoir this September, which will be his second book after Supermarket. We know that he's working on other books to come in the future, other novels. We know that he's working on movies. So this man stays busy, stays creating, stays true to the fans, and that's really what I love about it. Now, what I gotta mention, because that's just something that I kind of noticed when looking at his latest live music video, is that the views have really dropped ever since he retired. But those 200,000 people that still watch his stuff are like the core fans that would support him through anything. So I think it's still worth it for him to keep going, keep giving to the fans. And I love that this YS Collection is dropping. I'm going to have fun with that. I'm going to play this thing, up and down on repeat, because those are like the mixtapes that I grew up to. Like, this is very special to me and very special to a bunch of other Logic fans. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on this. Now I know what you think about this. Are you excited for this new YS Collection? Are you surprised that he announced this instead of a new album? Do you think this new intro track is part of the YS Collection? What did you think of his new music video? And just what other albums do you think he has coming in the future, if any? And what do you think of his comeback? All of that, let me know in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media and blog down in the description. It really helps me out. Until the next one, y'all have an incredible day, and y'all take care.